What's good? What's going on? It's your boy Rel, and I'm back again with another reaction video. Today, I got sent this video by one of my good friends and social media content creator, Jamie White. He said react to Brooke Schofield one. Apparently, it's this white woman who got something to do with some ex, like Reese's Pieces. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who these people is. He said some drama. And I'm a tad nosy. That's what it is. I'm a tad nosy. So like, am I gonna make a whole series out of this? I don't know. But let's get into the video.
No, seriously, part one, who the fuck did I marry? I am trying to be a little bit less psycho on TikTok because obviously I had my little meltdown the other day and that was probably
Meltdown.
like enough for this week. But when I opened my phone today to a million texts from all my friends of this TikTok that Kane had posted saying, what did he say? He said like, when I've been over the relationship for 2 years and she just can't stop yapping about it, which first of all, hilarious. Like, no shit, I can't stop yapping, but the nerve.
The nerve.
Now, obviously,
the nerve.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay? And that.
My bad. Let me get in my nosy bag, my messy bag. I gotta put on messy Terrell. Hold on.
That was a very, very different time in my life. I was, first of all, unmedicated, okay? And that is a very, very important factor.
Is she on drugs? Is she on drugs? What's her? I was told I wasn't supposed to ask what people's issue is. If they say I'm on some medication, I'm on med. But I'm nosy. Duh. That's why I'm doing this reaction to this person I don't know. What kind of meds is she on? What's her problem? What's the issue?
In this story, because I get so many comments that are like, Brooke, what on earth were you going through? And
Psycho meds?
I agree.
I'm sounding so hard. Psycho meds sounds so hard. But for real, psychology meds? Psychological meds.
I really don't know. That was a different girl. I was bamboozled. Now, I get a lot of comments about his appearance and the way he shakes. Okay?
He shakes.
Those are two things that I'm going to leave off limits.
What is...
for my story time because I feel like that's low-hanging fruit and it's...
Bruh, get the low-hanging fruit. It's some people first time watching you. Get the low-hanging fruit. Get me invested. Come on, get me invested. What are you doing?
Obvious, it doesn't even need to be addressed. Believe it or not, that was not even really the problem. The fact of the matter is I ended up in a relationship with this man because I was a fan, honestly. I knew of him because of his music. I loved his song Chicken Tendies or whatever.
Chicken Tendies.
Tana and I would literally blast it on a loop at our old house and like we were obsessed.
Now, I've heard that you're not supposed to fall in love with fans. I've met fans of myself before, even though I have a fairly small channel. I've met people who watch me on the internet. Now, if you don't know and you're just a regular person, let me describe what a fan is. Like, to what, let's say, a creative is. Whatever you are and a fan, right? Literally, you know all about us, but we know nothing about you. So when we meet you, you know you put on this facade that, like, you know who we are, but you don't know everything about us. We know you kind of know everything about us through the conversations that we had. Like, you might say things about me that I didn't tell you. Only person I told is the internet. I blame him for accepting that because, to me, it sounds desperate. I'm not gonna lie. Because I'm guessing this guy's a musician. She's a fan. She's gonna be easy. Duh. The easiest coochie ain't always the best coochie. Fellas, if y'all watching this, let me know if I'm wrong. The easiest coochie ain't the best coochie. I know the coochie was probably fairly easy because she was a fan. Let's take the fan title off because that could be misconstrued. She's a person who knows how you look, probably what you're doing daily, your hobbies that you like, know what city you live in. She knows stories, personal stories about you. She probably watched hella interviews and you said that one thing about your childhood when you was 5 years old and it's an embarrassing story that no one else knows and she knows that. What's the first date like?
Obsessed with it, okay? So at our old house and like we were obsessed with it, okay? So
hold on, I got a house.
And like Tana and I would literally blast it on a loop at our old house and like we were obsessed with it, okay? So randomly one day I get a DM from this artist. It's Kane. And I remember telling Tana like, oh my God, like how funny, he just messaged me. And he starts just like asking me questions.
So he shot the shot. He made the first move. He sound desperate. I don't know, bruh.
Whatever, and he asks if I want to go to dinner. And I'm like, I'm looking at his profile and...
Duh, bitch.
I don't know if I want to go to dinner. Okay?
Oh.
But...
Shocker.
I'm replying anyway, and he asks, he's like, what about tomorrow? I'll fly you to Vegas. I go, what the fuck? I didn't know he lived in Vegas. So I say no, and that's the end of that.
She curved him. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm kind of invested now. What did I just watch? Okay. I think I'm this one.
Okay, part 2, Who the Fuck Did I Marry? Mm-hmm. Like I said, he lived in Vegas, so I obviously was not going to go to dinner with him because he's a stranger, okay? But he persisted, all right? Of course, of the next few months, he would slide up on all my stories, message me constantly. Some would call him obsessed, honestly, but...
Okay. Now I'm getting it. Now, everything I said before this point, I was wrong. And y'all probably already in the comments eating me up. Okay, cool, it's fine. But look, 2 wrongs don't make a right. I was wrong in the beginning, yes. But you was wrong for leaving that comment. So just, can you delete it? But if you really got balls, you can reply to that mean comment that you just made about me. And you're going to say, I apologize. Because I'm apologize too. But, Brooke.
What am I going to do? I'm not going to fly to meet a stranger.
But... boom, though. I wasn't completely wrong because is he blowing her up? I say he sounded desperate, right? Come on.
Okay, but one day I get a DM where he says, hey, I have a show tomorrow in LA. Like, would you want to come? And again, I loved his music, so I was like, absolutely. I will definitely come because it's like, that's so much less pressure. I don't want to go to dinner with this man. Like I said, I saw his profile, but I want to see the show. So I ask BB to come with me and we get ready to go, okay? Remember so specifically the outfit that I wore because again, this guy has been messaging me so much online that I'm like, I know he like loves me. So I wore the ugliest outfit you could find. Like BB knows, I said it to her. I was like, I just want...
She kind of funny. My friend back in college and high school, he used to do that. Like if he know girls really liked him, he would try to be the most annoying to see if she would like leave him. If they did leave him, he'd be like, okay, cool, my bad. I was testing you type. You know what I'm saying? If they let him do everything, they still would stay. He said, okay, I'm going to ruin this girl's life. I'm going to teach her a lesson.
Like to look as unattractive like to him as possible because I just don't want that to be the vibes. All right? She and I go to dinner and we go to the show. It's amazing. Okay? He was amazing. I don't know what's happened since then, but he was slaying at the time. After the show, we go upstairs. I think he was at like El Rey Theater or something. And everybody's like mingling. A few of my friends were there. I remember Max and Cover were there. Markel was there. One of my best friends, Justin Horowitz, was there. Like, I was like mingling with friends and he like came over to me and started talking to me, whatever. And we like hit it off. And I'm going to tell you guys something that you might not believe, but he looked really good. Honestly, he was...
Duh, you a fan. Okay, because she said you guys might not believe, but he looked really good. And then I see Tara over here in these comment sections says, is it confirmed that his name is actually Clinton Kane? Because that sounds way too cool for someone that looks like him. So, let's look up Clinton Kane. Right? Kane. I know you lying. I know you lying. I know. All my fellas out there, only thing you need to do, get you some bread and get you a talent. Cause how? He could be a cool guy. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he could be a cool guy. But it's like, I don't know how to describe it. He just look off. I'm not gonna say that because I get canceled. Let me go back to the video.
Way taller than I thought. And he had a really cool outfit on. And I was like, you know what? He's not as bad as I thought he was. Okay? So we end the night. I go home. Nothing happens. And he texts me after the show. And he's like, would you want to come back tomorrow? And I had an amazing time. I loved the show. So I was like, you know what? I'll go back. Amari also loved his music. So I texted Amari and I was like, would you want to come?
Who's Amari? And what was that yelling?
Would you want to come with me to see Clinton Kane tomorrow? And whatever. I bring Amari the next day, okay? Same show. We do the same thing after. And then Amari and I go back on his bus, okay? And honestly, we had such a good time. Like, we're like cracking up on the bus. We're with a bunch of friends. Amari's having the best time. I'm having the best time. He's funny. He's cool. He's like charismatic. I'm like, you know what? Like, maybe he's not that bad, okay? We all get off the bus.
Women are so predictable. Like, Oh, brother. Not that I did see this a mile away, even though I kind of know what ends up happening. Like, they end up dating, goes bad, somebody's left bitter. It's just, it always starts the same way, man. And then I'm trying not to look at these comments on the side, but it's one from Carly right under Tara. It says, I learned when you have to talk yourself into liking a guy, it always ends bad. 25.7K likes.
Bus and go to the club. We all get super drunk, and me and him end up like making out. We're like very much together at the club.
He hit the second time he met her. Second interaction he hit.
And that was the start of something very horrible. Okay, part 2.
I'm contemplating. How long have I been running this? Let's see. How long have I been running this? 14 minutes. All right, cool. This is kind of interesting. There'll be 5 likes and these 2 comments saying, yeah, keep going, keep going. I can come back and keep watching this with y'all. Or I'm going to watch this by myself and doom scroll on TikTok and watch this. Y'all choose. It's up to y'all.